Hi guys, how are you all? This is FJ What If? Today we are going to discuss about what if Naruto was Madara's grandson part 16. Before start the episode, please like and subscribe my channel. Chapter 16 Enter the Pervert. Naruto left the main arena and found his team waiting for him. Everything alright? Hinata asked. Yeah, the old man just told me my godfather was in town. I didn't even know I had one, Naruto replied chuckling. Godfather? Who is he? Kirena asked. Jiraiya of the Sannin, Naruto said and laughed at their faces. I know, I had the same reaction when Jiji told me. How are we doing this, sensei? Naruto asked. Well, I can't train you at the same time, otherwise it would unfair as you will probably face each other in the finals, Kirena said. You can give your full time to Hinata-chan. I'll pester my godfather for some training. Naruto said. Okay, Kirena replied. See you later at Homeheim, Naruto said. He kissed her cheek and left. Number Konoha's hot springs number. Naruto walked through Konoha heading towards an objective. Meet his godfather at the hot springs. Konoha's hot springs were relatively small when compared to other exotic destinations, but it was enough for a village like Konoha. Naruto calmly walked through the village. He was still tired from opening all the gates and got berated by Kurama, who had to heal him. No pain, no gain, right? Naruto quickly arrived at his destination and found it surprisingly calm on the outside. Normally in a warm day like this, one should find the hot springs with more guests. In the end it was better this way. Naruto entered the hot springs and made his way towards the reception desk. Sitting in the chair behind the desk was a woman around 40 years old. She had neck-length, black hair and brown eyes. Good afternoon, I would like to know if there's someone called Jiraiya using the hot springs. Naruto asked. Not that I'm aware of, dear, she replied, and Naruto raised an eyebrow. At her kind tone, there is a couple of kunoichis, but the male section is completely empty, she explained. Naruto sighed and walked out. When he came outside he noticed that Ebisu was there. Peeping on women again, closet pervert. Naruto asked, making Ebisu jump. Such rude comment. I'm a gentleman, Ebisu explained. Sure. That's why you are blushing and have a small trickle of blood on your nose, Naruto said, pointing at him. Nonsense. Ebisu said, waving him off. Shouldn't you be training? I heard you will be facing Uchiha Sasuke. He's a prodigy, you know. Ebisu said. Yeah, Sasuke is great, I know. Once I drive his ass to the ground in front of everyone, no one will say that again, Naruto smirking. You really think you can defeat an Uchiha? Nonetheless, the rookie of the year, Ebisu asked. Even a genin can kill a Kage, Naruto replied, much to the surprise of Ebisu. Besides, instead of peeking, shouldn't you be training Konohamaru? Naruto asked. Ebisu thought for a moment and came with the perfect excuse for being there. I was testing the hot water to see if it was good, so that Konohamaru could train chakra control, Ebisu stated, smugly rubbing the bridge of his nose. Does he think he fools anyone? Naruto thought. Naruto was about to reply when they heard giggling coming from the hot springs roof. Both scanned the area and found a man with a small telescope, peeping on the women that were taking a bath. I will not tolerate such behavior in my presence, Ebisu yelled and dashed to the man. TSK. Ruining my research, the man thought as he erupted in a puff of smoke and revealed a toad. The toad quickly sent his tongue and wrapped it around Ebisu, slamming him in the ground and knowing him out cold. Toads. Naruto thought as he watched the man. He was a tall man with waist-length, spiky white hair tied back into a ponytail, with 2 shoulder-length bangs that framed both sides of his face. He also had red lines that ran down from his eyes and wore a horned forehead protector with the kanji for oil. He also had a noticeable wart on the left side of his nose. He wore a green short shirt, kimono and matching pants, under which he wore mesh armor that showed out of the sleeves and legs of his outfit. His outfit was completed with hand guards, a simple black belt, traditional Japanese wooden sandals, a red hori with 2 simple yellow circles on each side, and a scroll on his back. He also had a tattoo in his left palm which resembles one that Gamma has in his as well. Are you Jiraiya? Naruto asked as he faced the man. Jiraiya looked at the young blonde, asking who he was. He suddenly started dancing and saying, I may look like another Sannin, but there is no place you can hide from me. from the north, east, west and south. The women kneel before me. I'm the Galandria, Drea said as he stopped dancing to see Naruto staring at him. Why is everyone in the village an idiot? The old man is a pervert, Kakashi is always late, my grandmother is gambler and now my godfather is an idiot and a pervert, Naruto thought and sighed and wondered why his father picked him of all people. Now that I think about it, I wonder who my godmother is, Naruto mused and thought. Are you really my godfather? Naruto asked, not really wanting to know the truth. Godfather. And not Naruto? Drea asked the blonde kid. Now that he looked at him, he really looked like Minato. He had grown well since the last time he saw him, which was around 4 years old. Hi, Naruto replied. You've grown, Drea said as he approached him and kneeled to his level. Man, you must be a lady killer. I think I just found my next source of inspiration, Drea stated, laughing and patting his back. I wonder why my father chose you, Naruto replied as his eye twitched. Why, you know who your father is? Drea asked with his eyes widened. Yeah, I've known since I was 5. Since you don't know, I guess you haven't been in the village since then, Naruto said, and the Toad Sage nodded. If you are here now, how about you help me train for the Chunin exams? Naruto asked, and Drea thought for a moment before he started to giggle. I will train you under one condition, Drea said. Naruto knew he would most likely regret this but asked what condition. I want you to get me some mature fruit, Drea said, giggling perversely while making gestures with his arms to form the figure of an elegant woman. Naruto face-palmed before a grin came to his lips. I have something better for you, Naruto said, smirking, to which Drea raised an eyebrow. He activated his Sharingan, displaying his full power to Drea. Before Drea could even say anything, Naruto locked eyes with him and said Magen, harem viewing technique, and Drea was dragged into some hot springs that kinda looked like Konoha's, but they weren't. Drea Kunanen, a blonde girl said as she was approaching Drea, who was already submersed in the water. The girl had light blonde hair and brown eyes, with a purple diamond-shaped mark on her forehead. She has a slender frame, but what really stood out were her DD cup breasts. Tsunadeheim, I knew you loved me. Come here, Drea said as he nearly passed out from blood loss. Did he say Tsunade? Oh hell no, Naruto thought before he abruptly ended the technique. Drea pouted. You stay away from Bachan, you pervert, Naruto yelled, pointing at him. Bachan. And Sharingan. You have lot to explain, Drea said in a serious tone. Fine, but you can't tell anyone yet. What do you want to know first? Naruto asked. How do you have the Sharingan? Drea asked. My father never told you, but my grandfather was Uchiha Madara, Naruto said and smirked at his face. Drea was moping with floor with his jaw. Emma Madara. It can't be, Drea said, stuttering and allowing his brain to process the information. From what my father told me, Madara Jiji didn't die in his fight with Hashirama Jiji. Years later my father was born, and when my Madara Jiji's wife died he left my father in the village, Naruto explained, and Drea nodded dumbly. What do you mean from what your father told you? Drea asked curiously. I don't really know how he did it, but when I awakened my Sharingan at 5 years old he appeared in my mindscape and explained everything. Naruto explained. It certainly is possible that Brat was always a genius, Drea thought as he processed the information. I wonder how you never found out, Naruto said and snapped Drea from his thoughts, getting a confused face from him. What I mean is that, for example, the Rasengan he created was derived from the tailed beast ball. He saw it with his Sharingan. He couldn't copy it, but he could see how it worked, and after a bit of effort, he created this, Naruto said and extended his hand, showing his perfect Rasengan. You can do the Rasengan. Who taught it to you? Drea asked. It wasn't every day you saw a 14-year-old pull an A- rank jutsu. No one. I read my father's scroll and trained. But I prefer the Raikiri or the Kitari for battles. I only use the Rasengan when I need to destroy something, Naruto said, grinning. Are Raikiri? Drea asked, and his face paled when he saw Naruto's hand sparkle in electricity. What kind of monster are you? Drea asked. A fox, Naruto replied, laughing his ass off when Drea's jaw dropped. I think you can't surprise anymore. Now tell what that was about. Tsunade being your grandmother, Drea said. Exactly that, she was my mother's mother. My mother was Uzumaki Kushina, right? Naruto asked and Jiraiya nodded. My mother's real name was Senju Kushina and she was the daughter of Senju Tsunade, Naruto explained. I knew Tsunade had a daughter but I heard she died. I never realized she was Kushina. Jiraiya thought out loud. That makes you member of Senju clan and also the Uchiha clan, Jiraiya said. Pretty much, Naruto said. Do you know where Tsunade is? I promised the old man that I would bring her back, after all she still has me for family, Naruto concluded. Good luck with that, she lost everything and left the village for good. I've tried to talk to her but it's no good. I guess maybe you can, after the Chunin exams we'll go look for her, Jiraiya said. Any more surprises you have? He asked. Nope, I don't think I have anything more, Naruto replied. So will you train me Baka, Arrow Sennin? Naruto asked. Jiraiya twitched at his nickname. Don't call me that, Baka. Fine, I'll teach you a couple of things. Let's go to another spot, he replied. Number with Naruto and Jiraiya number. Okay, I'll teach this killer technique, Jiraiya said and slammed his palm on the ground and erupted in smoke, revealing a toad with large scroll in his tongue. Summoning contract. I already have one, Naruto said and Jiraiya's eye twitched. Which one do you have? Jiraiya asked. Foxes, Naruto replied and got a confused face from Jiraiya. There is no fox contract, Jiraiya stated with his arms crossed. Naruto bit his thumb and flashed through hand seals and slammed his hand on the ground. When the smoke cleared, Kinto appeared. This is Kinto, a tracking fox, Naruto fox, and Kinto gave Jiraiya his fox grin. Where did you get it? Jiraiya asked. Kyuubi gave it to me, Naruto said and Jiraiya was godsmacked. You already talked to him? Jiraiya asked and Naruto nodded. Just be careful. Foxes are known to be cunning, Jiraiya said. Naruto nodded. If he knew Kurama's cage was open, he would freak, Naruto thought, chuckling. So anything else you can teach me? Naruto asked. Fine, let's start with this. Jiraiya said. The next couples of jutsus are of my own creation. Use your Sharingan, it's easier for to memorize the seals, Jiraiya said, and Naruto activated his eyes. Ninpu, Harijaizu, Needle Guardian, Jiraiya said, and immediately his hair grew out and formed a shell around his body protecting him. Your turn, he said. That's cool. I wonder what mine will look like since I'm blonde, Naruto said, and performed the same as Jiraiya. After the third try, Naruto could perform this jutsu effortlessly and could rely on it for combat. Good. Remember, this jutsu only protects from B ranks and below, Jiraiya explained and Naruto nodded. Also, if you intend to rely on this jutsu for defense, you should let your hair grow a bit like mine, so it would be quicker to use, Jiraiya explained. Now, I want to check if your Rasengan is up to the standards. Clash it with mine, Jiraiya said, and Naruto raised an eyebrow. I want to see if the compression, rotation and general power is good enough, Jiraiya explained and Naruto nodded and both jumped back a few meters facing each other. Both dashed forward with their palms facing one another and yelled Rasengan at the same time. Both spheres clashed against one another, both fighting for supremacy. The confrontation continued for a few seconds until both spheres exploded and sent both Jiraiya and Naruto flying on opposite directions. They quickly regained their sense and landed on the ground, without much trouble. Your Rasengan is good, Jiraiya said. Oh, by the way, who are you facing in the finals? He asked. I'm facing the last Uchiha, Naruto said, chuckling. He'll be in one hell of ride when he finds out he isn't the last Uchiha. Jiraiya said, laughing. Arrow Sennin, Naruto called out and his sensei's eye twitched. You trained my father, right? He asked and Jiraiya nodded before he continued. Do you know how he trained the Hiroshin? He asked. What do you mean? Jiraiya asked until a realization hit him. Don't tell me you can use it as well. He asked. Yes, I finished my version of the Shiki formula a couple months ago, but it's hard for me to do multiple jumps in quick succession. I tend to crash into something, Naruto explained. You said you finished your version of the Shiki formula. Jiraiya stated with his hand on his chin. How good are you with seals? He asked. Seal Master level 10, Naruto stated, and Jiraiya crossed his arms and pouted, muttering something in genius blondes. I know your father used to train by placing Hiroshin seals on multiple places, making it kinda like a circuit. I believe he also trained his own agility and flexibility as well. He had the same problem as you when he first began, Jiraiya explained. Thanks, I'll do that, Naruto said. Ero-sen, and I've been wondering, do you know who my godmother is? He asked, and Drea raised an eyebrow. Godmother? I believe your mother chose Hyuga Hana. After all, Hana and Hayashi were your parents' best friends, Drea explained while reminiscing about a few fun memories. Hinata-chan's mother. Who would have known, Naruto said. What make it so surprising? Drea asked. Hinata is my girlfriend, Naruto stated, and that sent Drea into a fit of perverted giggles, making Naruto's eye twitch and wonder if it was wise to tell him that. I knew you were a heartthrob, you are going to make me richer. Just like your parents, Drea said. What do you mean? Naruto asked, confused, but when it came to his godfather he already expected anything. I'm the author of these amazing books, Drea said, and took an already too familiar orange book from his clothes. One of these books is based on your parents, Drea said, giggling like a fangirl with a trickle of blood on his nose. You spied on my parents? Naruto asked, but it was more a statement. Drea nodded, quite proud of his accomplishments. If you do that to me and Hinata, I'll shove a raikiri up your ass, Naruto said, and Drea shivered at the thought. Calm down, it was only a joke, or not, Drea said, laughing his ass off at his expression. Are you really a Sannin? Naruto asked, getting more and more dubious of his supposed toad sage of a godfather. Just forget it. Let's continue the training. Drea said, and thought for a moment. Have you tried to use the Kyobi's power? He asked. I already can the Kyobi's full power, Naruto said, much to the shock of Drea. What do you mean full power? Drea asked. When I met my father at 5 years old, he opened the Kyobi's cage so I can access all of his chakra, Naruto explained. You can control him? Drea said, astonished. There were only a few people in history that could control the power of a Bajo. They were Yagura the Sanbi Jinchuuriki and Killer Bee the Hachibai Jinchuuriki. That's the point. You don't control them, you work with them? Naruto explained. Are you telling me that you are friends? He asked. Pretty much, and I'm looking for a way to set him free. He doesn't deserve to be locked up and used as a weapon, Naruto said. You don't seem crazy, so if you are trying to set him free and Minato opened the cage, I assume it wasn't his fault that Kyuubi attacked 14 years ago, Drea said. Exactly, when I was being born someone attacked my mother and removed the Kyuubi from her. Then he used the Sharingan to control him and attacked the village, Naruto explained. But only Madara managed to control him, Drea said. I know that from the history books, however, my father knew it wasn't Madara. After all, my father would recognize his father's chakra signature, Naruto said. That makes more sense. Your father was a seal master, there was no way the seal would break with him present, Drea stated. Should I tell him about the Akatsuki? He seems much more mature than children of his age, and he already is strong, Drea thought. I wasn't planning on telling you this, but I see that you are mature enough to understand, Drea said, a very serious tone. What is it now? Naruto asked. There is a group of S-ranked criminals called Akatsuki and they are after the Bijou, Drea said. Why can't my life be simple? Naruto said as he sat on the ground. My life since birth has been an S-rank mission. I'm hated by almost everyone and now, I'll be chased by cage-level ninjas, he said, sighing. You will have it rough, but you have people that care about you. You have me, the Hokage, your girlfriend, and I bet you have more friends, Drea said, and Naruto slowly nodded. Cling to those that care about you and ignore the rest. He concluded. I guess, Naruto said. What's your dream? Drea asked. To become Hokage, Naruto said with a small smile. The same dream as both his parents. I'll do my best to guide you there, Drea thought. Then don't give up. Fight for what you want, Drea said. I never give up and I never surrender, for that's my ninja way, Naruto said with renewed vigor as he jumped to his feet. Drea smiled. Naruto remembered him so much of Minato and Kushina, it was scary. He had Minato's intellect with Kushina's personality. Let's go, I'll treat you to some dinner, Drea said. Yes, ramen, here we go, Naruto said, and Drea froze. No, not ramen, Drea thought while he cried anime tears in his mind. End of chapter 16.